Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be back doing my podcast, Ask Alina. I've been doing a long hiatus from doing podcasts. I've been doing videos here and there, but I wanted to tell you why I haven't been doing any podcasts, in case any of you are wondering, and share with you a story of obstacles of Uranus in transit over Sun and Chiron if you're into astrology, and give you some suggestions of what to do if life is giving you lemons and how to make the best lemonade out of it. Because since I did my podcast last time, my life has changed 180 degrees. It's been absolutely insane looking back. And there's only one thing that really helped me to get through it, to get through the obstacles. So, whatever you're going through, minor things, minor setbacks, or maybe major ones, I hope to offer you a glimpse of hope, a glimpse of hope, and there's no perfection here, and hopefully inspire you to keep going and to get to where you ultimately are destined to be. So, when I last did my podcast, I was living on Ocean Avenue in Santa Monica with a beautiful view from my apartment on the Santa Monica Pier and the Malibu Mountains, well, Santa Monica Mountains technically, but Malibu Beach. And it was just absolutely beautiful. I lived in an apartment with my dog and, I had a good life. I was dating. And then on 11/11, I had a flood in my apartment. It started out just little bit, and then the water just started to come down in the hallway and then started to go into my apartment, and my dog was sick at the time. I just had a little minor surgical thing, so I couldn't really lift anything, but I was like, you know what? Don't panic. It's all going to be fine. I just need to focus. What do I need to do? So I grabbed my dog, I grabbed my computer, his medicine, some food, jewelry, money, put it all in his carriage, and put my rain boots, my rubber rain boots, trench coat, and just ran through the water as the ceiling was like caving in. It was absolutely insane. I felt like almost on Titanic because like the ceiling was creepily going down and the water that was coming down was hot. And it was just absolutely insane. And I kept just running like down the hall, like screaming bloody murder to my neighbors. Hopefully, it was early in the morning that they would, if they weren't out, they would wake up. And some neighbors like, oh my God, what's happening? So my building flooded 3 stories in the building, and I had to move out and live in a hotel. And it was 9/11. It was 11/11, and I was thinking, you know what? I'm okay. I'm safe, and just surrender. It is what it is. Let's surrender and do what I can. So my mindset was that, what can I do? Don't panic. Let's surrender. Something bigger is at play here. So I got the last room in the hotel next door, so I could still park in my building, and we stayed there for 2 nights. And then I moved to another hotel, and then I moved to another hotel. And I was really having a hard time because they told me I had to leave the apartment. I had to move into storage, and not sure for how long, because they were taking away like everybody from those 3 floors and had to redo, like take out the floors, take out parts of the walls. It was crazy. And what helped me again was like, I'm just going to surrender. But at one point I was really stressed, living with a dog who was sick, not being able to cook. And I remember I was in bed and I was like, oh my God, I'm just like so effed. I don't want to say the F word, but I'm like, this is effed. And then I thought to myself, you can say like, this is effed with that energy and be like, oh my God, this is effed. Like, who knows what's going to happen? Like, just enjoy what it is. Like, you can enjoy getting effed. And it really is an attitude change that helped me. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to enjoy what it is. If I have to live in a hotel, and, luckily the building was paying us to stay in a hotel, but still it wasn't that much because hotels in Santa Monica are expensive. But I was like, you know what? I'm just going to enjoy the pool. I'm going to enjoy what life gives me. So I sat in the pool and I prayed. I was like, I'm just going to enjoy life. And then an apartment came to my, a thought came to my head, and then I thought I'll just go check it out. And then I found an apartment. I was able to look at the apartment that day on Tuesday and move in on Saturday. And also in between that, somebody else, my friend, wanted to move in with me and be roommates. And then she decided not to. Like, it was just crazy. But then as soon as I moved into my apartment, the next day my dog died. It was very unexpected. And again, looking back, I'm so grateful for the timeline of things, because when he died, we were in the new apartment. I didn't have any memories of him. I spent all of my time unpacking, and my mind was constantly busy with what I need to do instead of grieving him as much as I would have if I lived in the apartment where I spent 5 years with him. So I was really just finding things to be grateful for. And then I discovered radical gratitude. And that is something that really helped shift everything for me, and I hope it helps you. What radical gratitude is, instead of just being grateful for, I'm grateful for my health, I'm grateful for my parents, my house, my clients, you get grateful about not so yummy things. For example, I would walk around my apartment saying, I'm grateful for Snoop dying, I'm grateful for Snoop dying, I'm grateful for Snoop dying, or I'm grateful for being angry, I'm grateful for being angry. I also broke up with somebody that I was seeing then. It's like, I'm grateful for being angry. And the way your brain works is phenomenal. Your brain will always find ways to confirm that you are right. So, one of my favorite sayings is by Ford, who said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, either way you're right. And I find that it's so true in so many instances, because your brain finds proof for everything you say. And after saying, you might wonder, well, what's the point of saying I'm grateful for my anger? Well, when you say, I'm grateful for my anger, I'm grateful for my anger, your brain starts finding reasons why you're grateful. And then it says, well, I'm grateful for my anger because it means that I feel deeply. And then you go into, I'm grateful that I feel deeply. I'm grateful that I feel deeply. And then you go, I'm grateful that I have a big heart. I'm grateful that I have a big heart. Then you keep being grateful for that. And then you start continuing with that, and the brain goes, wow, I'm grateful for being open to love. I'm grateful for being open to love. And then you can start feeling better because you're open to love and more good things to come in. So what happened was, I started being grateful for that, and I got a book that was amazing. And it said, for those of you who are maybe dealing with a pet passing, a book said, or a person passing, anybody passing, the book said that whether you believe in science or you believe in spirituality, both parties will agree that energy cannot be created or destroyed. And with that being is still with you, just in different form, in a form that you cannot see, but they're still here. So I started talking to my dog, and I asked him to send me a gift, and within 15 minutes there was a gift on my doorstep. I kid you not. Maybe a different podcast if you're interested in learning about that story, but it was phenomenal. I actually got a tangible gift that I did not pay for, that nobody paid for, that was sent to me, and it was a huge symbol from him. Couldn't be any clearer. And then I just continued doing that, just being grateful. And life unfolded in different ways. Now I live in a different home. I have an apartment in the Valley, which for those of you who are in LA, you're like, oh my God, you moved from Santa Monica to the Valley. But it's not so bad. And I live with my boyfriend, who I met after Snoop's passing. And I don't think I would have been open to moving to the Valley and meeting somebody from the Valley if I had Snoop, if I lived in Santa Monica, who knows? But it's not here nor there. But it's just amazing how life changes. And I've been just enjoying life and traveling and doing things that make me feel good. And in the new apartment, the way it's laid out, I just didn't feel comfortable. I didn't feel inspired doing podcasts. I know it sounds silly, but I wanted to create a space for it. So now I have this space, and I can do the short podcasts and longer ones as well with some experts, because a lot of people have been asking me questions, and not just about food, but relationship questions, love questions, because I met my boyfriend and 6 months later we moved in together. So that was a miracle in its own. And I did a lot of work on myself, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, to become the person that I wanted to be, and removing the blocks that were stopping me from being where I wanted to be. And so here we are. And I'm creating other things. I am not sure what's going to happen with them, but I'm in the process of creating something. And it's like when they asked Oscar Wilde, are you working on a play right now? And he said, I don't know, but I probably am. So, but in the meantime, I want to share with you this change in my life and ask you to ask me questions, like a lot of people have been asking. So just, informally. And if you also want to come on to the podcast, we can do video, we can do just audio, we can change your name. If you have questions that are personal, questions about life, questions about food, questions about health, attitude, whatever you need support with. I have 13 years of experience in health coaching and life coaching. So I want to share that knowledge with those of you who are in need of help. Just because it's really my passion, since I was a little girl, I've always been interested in helping people solve problems. And if I can help you, I'd be honored. So I'm going to finish this podcast on that note, on the story of transformation, not giving up, and radical gratitude, and look forward to hearing your answers. And look forward to hearing your questions. And meanwhile, I'm gonna do the next podcast based on the questions that were already emailed to me, so I can help those people and hopefully help you. Okay, until later.